Right. They tryna move our dance. I got a bitch and a friend. After I fuck, they won't see me again. Movie, we laugh. AG pull up in the Benz. Louis put that on my lens. I ain't gon' touch it, she ain't a 10.
Cuida tu paso y no me pises payaso. Te va a ganar un fuletazo. Te ando borracho por lo que tengo en el vaso. Cuida tu paso y no me pises payaso. Te va a ganar un fuletazo. Te ando borracho.
It's your Pharaoh, Crimson of the Get It in Blood family. Download my new hit single, This Is For, and look for my latest album, Toaster, to drop in the new year. Let's get it together. Let's get it in blood.
I had so many losses and so many big things happen to me in life, and rather than just I shared them, I was just like, you know what I mean? When my mom, cancer got my mom in 2013, and my sister from prescriptions in 2014, and then with my father. So I think it's like, damn, like that, you know, and I just shared it with the battle rap community, like, you know what I mean?
That shit
but we're like family,
we
so
felt
why
that's what I mean,
you know
right?
what I mean?
And
when my brother was passing, I felt compelled to do the same thing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I mean. I leaned on the battle rap community, and they leaned and did some great things for me. So
we felt that shit.
But I make sure I show up every bat. Like, you know, when people ask me after, you know, how do you do this battle with this on your mind or whatever? I go, that shit. I will never show up to a battle and not give 100. You will never fucking hear. Yeah, you will never hear that shit from me.
Yeah. Can I get one of the shirts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now there's a movement in battle rap that's going on right now, and it's called Justice for Charlie.
Dope.
But it's not just justice for Charlie. It's justice for everyone who's fallen victim to medical malpractice and people who are put in these positions where they hold your life in their hand, but they're careless, or they're not dedicated to their position, the power of that position. Now, rest in peace to your dad.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
It was heartbreaking, bro.
It was.
And I watched everything, all the talks, the song that you made.
Yeah.
And every time it took me someplace, and I was like, damn, like this shit has to change.
So the thing is with my pops too, like I said, he had lost his wife for 30 some years. He had lost his sister the year before, his mom the year, but he was just going through it, right? And my pops was he lived in a rough part in Pittsburgh. He was making maybe 10 grand a year, 11 grand a year. He didn't retire from anything officially, so he had no. So anyway, my dream was like, yo, I'm gonna take care of him. Like, I'm gonna make enough money on something. I'm gonna take care of him. So that's the cool thing about battle rap is when I reached out, my dad had a cancer diagnosis for his lung, but it was removable. So that's when I reached out to battle rap for a GoFundMe. I said, man, I would never do this, but I just wouldn't give the man a fucking break. You know what I mean? Man, they raised $6 grand in like 3 days. And then when they did his biopsies, when they're like, oh, we need to look at this little valve situation. It might be a leak or whatever the case may be. Not to go super down the rabbit hole. He went in on it's a routine procedure. He went on a Monday, came home on a Tuesday, was back in there on a Wednesday. And like I said, a month, bro. Like, he died a worse death than Jerry Sandusky will die, Jeffrey Dahmer died.
People that deserve it, right.
Man, he died a worse death than, like, a month of just a kidney, he didn't even drink. He had kidney failure, liver failure, tubes in and out. Yeah. So again, and the doctor who did the procedure, when they was all sitting me down to have the meetings, you know, trying to get me to give my dad like the old Yeller treatment, right? Like, what would your father want? Which is a fucking crazy.
Right.
What are you talking about? That doctor didn't even show up. He said he had prior obligations. And I'm like, hold the fucking fort. You know, you're a father. If your son is at my school and something happens, I can't be like, you're gonna be like, let me speak to that teacher. Right? So when you peel back the layers, the fact that, bro, like medical malpractice, you have 2 years is the statute. Wow. You know what it is for receiving stolen property? 5.
Yeah, man, and murder is like, ain't no statute.
You can fuck around and get a stolen TV, and 4.5 years later, they can come see you. But medical malpractice, you got to pick yourself up, get yourself together. You know, you need, now let's say I've been turned down by 18 law firms, okay? Because they're like, yeah, it looks like they gave him an infection. But how can you prove that? I said, how can you prove? He went in on Monday, they said, well, it'd be different if, like, they said we're going to operate on his left leg and operate on his right. I'm like, what the fuck would I need you for?
Right.
But you need a doctor to co-sign you to take another, like, if I want to do it myself, which I have no problem with, I'll take the loss financially. I just want to pull these people in a room and explain to me and know that my father is not fucking case number XYZ,
Right, he has people
But I
that
need
care
another
about it.
doctor to look at the medical records and go to bat for me. And you can imagine how often that fucking happens.
Right.
So it's crazy. Even when that video came out, I did a video for my father, and at the end, my father was a veteran. I showed his plaque. Someone called the National Cemetery where I filmed it, and they was trying to get me to pull the video. The National Cemetery was like, look, man, I hate to make this call. Your video was very tasteful. There was no curse words, nothing. But we can't be tied to whatever you're saying. I said, that's my father's plaque. He says government property. So it wasn't government property in 1968 when you needed, you know what I mean, young boys to volunteer to go over to fucking Vietnam, you know what I mean? So it's the third leading cause of death in this country, man. Third. Between 250,000 and 440,000 a fucking year. Third, bro.
Medical malpractice.
Medical error, yeah. And only 2% of people actually follow through and file because you don't know. What do you know?
Right.
I didn't know none of these terms. They have 30 days to give you the medical records. They took 43. The only reason they gave me at 43, I'm not gonna lie, I was drunk at a bar stool. I tweeted at them on Twitter. I was like, UPMC, fuck you, you're gonna pay for what you did to my dad. I get a call the next day from the threat assessment team. Like, hey, we saw a tweet from you. I said, where's my medical record? Oh, we'll get right on that. They sent it right out to me.
Fucking crazy.
They thought I was gonna John Q or some shit.
That's the answer nowadays.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
When
Crazy.
you tweet about poor service or I'm gonna complain about this, I got a feeling they looked at your followers first and was like, nah, he got a lot of followers. He might start some shit.
You want me to tell you how they
reach out to
rope-a-dope
him.
me though? They gave me the medical files. I was so lawyers, I'd show the medical records too. They go through like, yeah. I find out 9 months later, like just recently I had given them to a lawyer. He hits me back. He's like, this isn't all the medical records. I said, that's 6,000 pages. Now this is 10 months afterwards. He goes, yeah, they're missing huge chunks of important information. Whoa. Now I'm ready to bang. I'm like, what the? He's like, we don't have time for that. I'm gonna send you a piece of, like, we don't have time for you to get mad.
Right.
I'm gonna send you a HIPAA situation. You're gonna send it back. I'm gonna send it to them. Within a week I got something from, because it's fucking crazy, bro. Like,
that shit is
and I'm not
fucking
saying doctors are bad people. I'm not saying they're not, they don't want to save lives and all this shit. They got $615,000 out of my dad. My dad would be lucky if he made over 30 grand 1 year in his life. They got sick and they got paid every fucking cent because he was covered. 600. They was still sending bills right over his corpse. He died the first. There was bills from the 9th.
No respect.
Man.
No respect whatsoever.
Crazy. So yeah, it's.
And you would think they need the money, but these fucking doctors and these motherfuckers is rich already and shit, man. Yo, that's a hard case right there, brother. Yeah. For real,
and
man.
that's what I mean. It's a new purpose for me, man.
If there was any way that the battle rap community or Mio Gang could assist, what would it be?
They've already done so much. When they hashtag or whatever, like even like the shirts and hoodies, that's cool. Like a couple bucks a shirt, couple whatever.
Justice for
but
Charlie.
man, just let people fucking know. And more so, my advice, if you have, because my inbox has been flooded.
Right.
This happened to my grandfather. My brother went in for this. My sister went in for this and come out. The needle missed and hit this and boom, boom, boom. Ask every question. Take pictures of that plan a day. Yeah. And UPMC is the reason Pittsburgh didn't go into a depression after the steel mills, right? So they're like juggernaut, right? They're up there with
big time.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And what the fuck chance at the end of the day with Trevor Weller? What chance you got? And then they'll fuck with you. Here's your medical records. We're gonna leave some out. You got 2 years during a pandemic. Meanwhile, you steal a fucking Walmart Samsung. We'll come see you in 4.5.
I think your voice is bigger than you think it is.
I think it's going to get bigger, and that's how they can help. You know what I mean? Like this shit is cool. The battle rap accolades is great and everything, but I battle rap. I'm a very vain person. I want attention. I check Twitter constantly. That man did everything behind closed doors. That man was wearing. People talk about hand-me-downs. That man was wearing our high school clothes, you know what I mean? Literally went to the hospital in them because he never paid for shit himself. He never took any vacations. Was just getting shit on. Like spent 8 years getting shit on by life. Had to take care of his wife through cancer. Grew up rough too.
Yeah.
Like his dad was just rough on him. And then just to get to near the finish line where it's like, okay, all my kids are old. He lost his daughter, obviously. So it's like, damn. And then some shit like this happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They go in to see if his stent is leaking and they close it up like, no, it was all right. We just wanted to kind of tighten everything up, but everything was good. You give him an infection, like.
Give him an infection,
man.
right? And it's
So,
like, imagine if that was your livelihood right there, like if that was the breadwinner of a tribe, right? They just fucking killed all of y'all right there.
And then the lawyers will say, the one lawyer said, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. He was 70. He had a kind of a cancer diagnosis at one. What do you think is his worth? 70. I'm like, God damn, like, you know what I mean? What is the most important person in my life ever worth?
Right.
He said, I mean, these things cost like 50 grand to even go to fucking. 50 grand, money makes itself every day. You fall asleep and make some fucking money.
Right.
You know, but you could put a price on that. It's fucking wild, man. It's wild how it works. And again, it's like you said, you hit the nail on the head. It started out about my dad. It very much started just focusing on what happened to my father. My mother passed of cancer. Like I said, I was upset. I was crushed. If you've never seen cancer, go to work first. It's not like the movies. People don't just fall asleep.
No.
It's brutal.
Yeah,
You know, and I've seen a sudden death, right? I've seen all kinds of shit in my life, and I've accepted it on many different levels. But the shit that happened to my dad, I knew at the hospital, I said, yeah, this is different. This is, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's how battle rap can help, man. Just keep making people aware, and I'm gonna keep going to bat for you. I'm gonna keep, you know, every event I'm at, there will be no excuses, 110%. All I wear to battles is Charlie wear. All I wear to any kind of platform is Charlie. You know what I mean? That's it, man.
Shout out to Charlie. He looks so happy on the t-shirt.
Somebody say you look like the chick from Cheers, though. I was real heartbroken.
Yeah, it didn't look like it just kind of looked like Cheers.
Oh, that's the homie too.
They gave,
what's
they
her
gave
name?
my
What's her
pops
name?
a clip.
Rhea Perlman.
They gave
What
my
was
pops
her
a
name
clip.
on the show?
I love that show too. I just literally binge watched.
Carla.
Yes.
Carla.
Yes.
Carla,
She had like a
Carla.
million kids
Yeah.
on the show and shit.
Facts.
Oh man, so I
But
think
look,
we're all a lot smarter in this room right now after hearing.
I wanna reiterate something.
Yeah.
That you know, your message, your newfound message with Tikal Athletics.
Yeah.
My personal journey with this health thing. These things are important. They're very important. And it doesn't make sense that as human beings, we live a life where we're not educated on our own bodies. That just don't make no sense. If there's anything that you should learn first, it's how to take care of yourself, how to take care of this. So I think everybody should become more aware, do a little bit more to find out what's good for you, what's good for your system, what's going on when these doctors is doing things. Just put a little bit of effort into knowing what's actually happening before something goes wrong. You know?
True. And know your rights.
And know your rights.
Know your rights.
Facts.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.